All right, so I'm gonna send you guys this indicator file. I'm gonna send you this to your email. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna be attached with the updated serial number. So your old serial number is not gonna work with it. So I'm gonna update the serial number. Okay, and what you're gonna do with this file here is you're gonna open it here. Version 1.4, you're gonna click on MQL4. Okay. Once you do that, first thing you want to do is click on libraries. Okay, and before I even get into this, use the same platform that the old one is on. If you're using a new platform, you're gonna have to update this here. Let me show you. If you're using a new platform, you're gonna have to add this information in here again to register the serial number in the database. If you don't have this in your new platform, it's not gonna connect. Even if you got the serial number, it's still not gonna connect. You see that right here? All right, so let me go back to it. All right. Oops, I think I lost it. So we're in the libraries file of our indicator. You're gonna right click, you're gonna copy where it says TKU license. Okay. Let me drag this over. So, okay, once you do that, you're gonna go to file. On your platform, you're gonna go to file, open data folder. Okay, right here where it says MQL4, you gotta click on that. Click on libraries, right click, and paste it in there. Boom, like that. Okay. If yours come up and it says you already have it in here, just go ahead and replace it anyways. Copy and replace. All right, so the next thing you want to do, you bring this back over. So you're still right here where it says TKU license. You're gonna click on, or you can go backspace. Okay, now you're gonna go to indicators. Click on that. You're gonna highlight both of these here. Right click, copy. Go to your indicators file. If this is closed, go back in it, okay? If you close it out, go back in it. Open data folder, MQL4, click on indicators. Right click anywhere in this like white space, okay? And then you're gonna click on paste, okay? And that's pretty much it there. All right, so the next thing you wanna do, if you're dealing with a clean, let's do a clean chart. If you don't have a clean chart template, let me know. If not, you can create your own clean chart just by going into your properties and doing it like this, setting it like this. Okay, you want your chart to have these settings. That's if you do not have the clean chart template. How you get to this, right click in the chart, go to properties, and just follow these settings. Once you have these settings here, you're going to save the template. And I'm talking to the ones who don't have the clean chart template. You're gonna go to templates. That's after you got the chart set up like this. After it looks like this, you're gonna go to templates, You're gonna go to Save Template, and you're gonna name it Clean Chart. Once you name it Clean Chart, click on Save. Okay. Over here in your navigator window, you're gonna right click in this white space here. You're gonna click on Refresh. Okay, once it refreshes, before I even go that far, there's another indicator I'm gonna send you, okay? It's gonna be in the folder. Okay, it's gonna be called the session indicator. The session indicator. Okay, that's gonna also be in the folder. Okay, if you still have everything pulled up, the sessions indicator is gonna go in here. Open data folder, MQL4 indicators, and you're gonna paste it in here. Okay. So again, you're gonna go in here, refresh, and it should show up. Okay. So the first thing you want to go ahead and install is the Royalty FX 2020 version 1.4. So this is our updated version here. There's the old version. You don't need that. Drop it in here like that. Okay. Let me grab the serial number. Let me do this here. For those of you who's watching this, I'm gonna change this code after this video, so this won't work for anybody. This won't even work for you. Okay. I'm just using this here. Okay. So once you receive your serial number, this is where you're gonna enter it. Serial key is gonna go here. Okay. Everything else stay the same. It's gonna look like that. Okay. So you don't have to worry about like on the last one when you open it up, it was like a bunch of trend lines everywhere. You don't have to worry about that right now. So again, I'm explaining everything to you. Just a second here. Okay, let's go ahead and add our sessions indicator. Okay, this is what you want to do with the sessions indicator. Draw Asian box outline. You're gonna switch that to true. Draw Euro box as outline. True. Draw New York box's outline. True. Draw Asian box as outline. True. Anywhere where it says outline, change it to true. Yeah, it's true. Okay. True here. Okay. It's gonna look like that. I'll explain everything to you. If you guys watched the first video, part 1, it's the same thing. So I don't have to go over it again. You guys already have it. We already went over it in the first training video of this. Asian box, stop hunt box. These are the stop hunt boxes. Crossover session could also be like the strike zone, this is the strike zone as well. Okay, this is what we call the strike zone. So if you're looking at this, we're waiting for price to shoot one way or the other, right? So we're waiting for price to come out the Asian session, shoot 25 to 50 pips above or below the Asian session. 25 pips, and then that's when you look for your reversal. The confirmation that you see though, you do have a reversal at the stop hunt box, but you also see the reversal near the royalty lines. It's not gonna always reverse at the royalty lines, but I like the royalty lines because we can still use those as like take profit areas. Okay, so this needs to be moved over because of the daylight savings time. Let me just a second. Let's see. Hey, y'all bear with me, okay? Y'all good? Y'all chilling? Y'all good? Talk to me.
Yeah, we straight.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's not even. All right, good. I'm gonna show you what I'm trying to do, okay? The market ends right here, okay? This is where the market ends at, where this orange line is at. So I'm getting this box to go all the way across here. I mean, everybody, we all should know that the market ends right here, where this dotted line is at. So give me a second. If I can't get it now, then what I'll do is I'll send you guys to settings, do an image, do a picture, and I'll post it in the group. Yeah, it ain't gonna do it. Okay, we'll mess with that later. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all something, okay? So you got the indicators installed. Let's pull that up right there. Okay, I'm gonna share some stuff with y'all that I want everybody to try. I want you guys to try this. Okay, so what we're looking for, and Jacinda have this list in the group. She posted it. So in the London session is when you're looking to check the trades in the New York. You do not want to take the trades in the Asian session, okay? You don't. Okay? So we're looking to trade. Let me tell you the pairs we're going to trade. I don't know if y'all even seen the list. So if you want to write it down, you can. Okay, so for the London session, you want to look at GBP USD, Euro GBP, GBP Chef, GBP JPY, GBP CAD, GBP Australian dollar, GBP NZD. Just focus on those during the London session. So let's talk about the London session first before we even get into the New York. Okay. Matter of fact, we're on Euro GBP right here. Okay, we're looking for a price to shoot one way or the other. Okay, so the Asian session is going to be fully consolidation. So we're waiting for price to shoot down into the stop hunt box. It did not shoot down here into the stop hunt box. Sometimes it's not going to do that. But so we want to play the start and the entry signal with the 18 EMA. Okay, this is the 18 EMA. I call that the Chick-fil-A sauce. This white dotted line here is the 200 EMA. We call that the tartar sauce. So not only did we get a signal here near the royalty line, the other confirmation is we got it right here near the strike zone. Usually it happens right in the strike zone. It didn't quite happen there. So we got an entry signal here. This was kind of tricky. Okay, this is very tricky. You can take the trade here up into the stop hunt box or to the 200. That's actually our take profit area, the 200. Anytime you get a start and entry signal underneath the 18 EMA or above the 18 EMA for a sell, you're going to always take profit at either the tartar sauce or one of the royalty lines, whichever comes first. This is a complete scalping system. All right, so let's do this here. So we got that trade there. We got us a good 25 pips off of that one. And I always tell everybody in and out. Okay, here we go again. Asian session. Came up. Right here is what I call the Frankfurt session. Anybody know anything about the Frankfurt session? I don't ever talk about it. But the Frankfurt session is right after you come out of the Asian session. So, matter of fact, hold on, I got it right here. Yeah, no, nobody talks about the Frankfurt session. They don't. You're right. Hold on, I got it right here. So the Frankfurt session is at 2 a.m. every morning. Hold on just a second now. Can y'all still see my screen? Because it looks like it's, y'all see my chart, right? Or is it in and out?
No, I see it.
Okay. Give me just a second, guys. Because I was looking this up on this website, and I want to try to see this here. All right, so while I'm waiting for this to come up, I'm gonna keep moving, okay? So remember I was talking about the strike zones? Y'all remember that? So this is what I call the strike zone in this little area here. Okay, so as we see, that you got a star and you got an entry signal right here in the strike zone on Euro GBP. Once you get that, you're waiting for a strong engulfing, a bearish engulfing candle before you take the trade. Yeah, you could take it here, but wait, because look what happened with the next candle. It went bullish, and then you see the next candle was bearish. So you want to see it open and close. You want to see it open and close underneath the 18 EMA, which it barely did that here or here. That lets you know it's momentum in the market. So you can either take it here or right here. Okay, now if you take it here, remember you're right on top of that royalty line, so you could get a reversal right there. You know, it could bounce back for, 10, 15 pips before it continued down. But look, it broke here and it kept going, right? So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your trade here or here, whichever one. Your stop loss is gonna go, you can put it above. Since we're so close to both EMAs, I will put mine above the 200, since they're so close together. So I got the stop loss above the tartar sauce here. You can either put it above the 18 or above the tartar. Okay. Your next take profit area, since we don't have any EMAs underneath us, you could take profit right at the stop hunt box, or you can take profit at the next royalty line, which is here. 69 pips. The lines are already going to be drawn in for you, because this line here, is the previous day low. So you'll see that area. You'll see that area like even when this full day open, you'll still see this area here. You'll know. Okay, so that's the first trade there. Okay, let's look at another setup. Asian session here. Okay, Asian session come out, it hits the strike zone. You already got your royalty line. I mean, you got your star and your entry signal here. Sometimes it will just keep going down, which it did here, but it pulled back first. So you got to be careful of that. So you want to take these trades. I'm going to tell you the times to take them. The exact time that you want to take this trade or look to take GBP trades is between 2:15 and 3:15 Central Standard Time. You will see that setup. You will see that setup between 2:15 and 3:15 Central Standard Time. So here's 10 o'clock. That's 2 o'clock my time, 2 a.m. in the morning. That's 2:15. Okay, that's what time we're going to wake up. 2:30, 2:45. 3 o'clock, we're in the trade. Take profit at the royalty line, 60 pips. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Yes. 3:15 Eastern Standard Time. Let's look at another one. I can't make this up, y'all. It's 2 o'clock. It's 2:15. Okay, because all you're looking for when you take these trades is the start and the entry signal. You are. If you don't see it, just don't take the trade unless you just, you go with price action like that. 3 o'clock, 3:15. Boom. Now you don't take it yet because we don't see the entry signal there. But it did cross under our Chick-fil-A sauce here. And then we just waited till we got the entry signal here and it just fell. Right? Boom. Trade right there. You can put it above the Chick-fil-A or above the hand gesture. Okay, your take profit area is going to be at this royalty line here. Let's look at it again. This don't even have the royalty signal on here. Look at this. Every day. That's 2 o'clock my time. 2:15 CST. Okay, that's where we are. We're looking. Okay, we see 2:30, 2:45, 3 o'clock, 3:15. Boom. Take the trade. Take profit at the royalty line every time. Okay. Let's look at another one. Let's look at another currency pair. Look at this, y'all. Same thing happening. 2 o'clock, 2:15. Be careful though, because this is the stop hunt box. They still gave you 40 pips, but I don't like it when it's that close. When the strike zone is that close to the stop hunt box or the entry. All right, so let's look at GBP AUD. I gotta organize. Do y'all see this here? It's just so unorganized. It needs to be in alphabetical order. Okay. So let's look at this one here. Price came out. Came down to the tartar. Entry signal here. Okay. You want to wait for a full body candle to close above the 18 after you get the signal. Okay, because these here didn't even close above. They just pulled back and closed. You see what I'm saying? They pulled back underneath the 18 and closed. So this is the one you want to take. Yeah, this is the one you want to take here. Okay, your stop loss can be at the hand. Okay, or underneath the 200, which they both right there. You take this trade, it only pulled back about 20 pips. And then your take profit area, you could have just took it to The stop hunt box. I always recommend everybody to just scalp the market, and you can really compound and make a lot of money just scalping. You in and out the trade, so you're not holding for 2 or 3 days, and because so much can happen in 2 or 3 days. You can hold a trade. You can get in. You can hold a trade for 100 pips, 150 pips. And if you don't know how to take partial profits, it's gonna come right back down where you got in at anyways. So if you don't know how to take partial profits, that is in the back office on how to take partial profits. I'm actually gonna do another video on that. All right. Let's look at it again. Remember, we don't trade the Asian session. Wait for price to shoot one way or the other. I don't know why the entry signal is not here. It's shot down this way. You got the strike zone right down here by the stop hunt box. Price crossed over right here. You put your stop loss. You don't want to put it right under the 18. You can. If it wick you out, if you get stopped out, just kind of gauge it. Wait a minute, because look, it pulled back here, and it came back and did this. That lets you know momentum in the market. That's 150 pips. So if you ever get stopped out, just wait for a minute and get back in and get your money plus on. Okay, here's another good setup. Okay, Asian session, we do not trade. We wait for price to go one way or the other, going right into the London session. Star entry signal. Okay. Number one, we got the star. It's just letting us know, hey, get ready. It's coming, right? So the star already happened here in the strike zone and in the stop hunt box. It's like a double confirmation. Then you got this entry signal. Okay, price gave us a bullish to go from there. That was beautiful. If you wanted to wait a little bit to see what the next candle gonna do, see if it's gonna pull back against you, you can. Or you could have took it here. You had a full body candle. Well, it's not even a full body, but it was bullish. It was still bullish, even though it was a little rejection here. It was bullish, so it's still a little momentum in the market. Not a whole lot. But you could have took it here, and guess where your next take profit is gonna be at? Does anybody know? Does anybody see?
The water line or the 200?
Yep. 80 pips. Okay. It's gonna give you some great setups. Now these, let me tell you this. Now these don't look to take a trade on the same pair every day. It just don't happen like that. Not in London. It may happen in New York, it may not, but it's gonna be a lot of consolidation. Consolidation happens always before the big moves happen. Remember that. So if you see consolidation or these two EMAs close together, at some point they got to break out. This was a good trade, but when you see the royalty line here, looking at this here, and I'm looking at New York right now. If I see something like this, I'm going to wait. You know why? Because number one, I want to see the next candle. I don't want to trade on the candle that the hand is on. I don't. I never do. I'll wait a minute, because the next candle can actually go against you, right? It can come back down this way. So I see this happen here, like it did go against you here, but it pulled back, right? And it was bearish too. I like to see the next candle to be bullish before I get into a royalty trade, going into a buy. So you got this pullback here. Now, some people have done this already. I don't know. I think I want to say Jacinda or Janine or somebody did this pullback. I don't know if it was Shekinah or somebody. They did something. It was a trade where they caught it on the pullback. And they said, well, let me just try it here. And that mug just kept going up. That will happen a lot of times. You will see that hook. You wait for it to come down like that, you will see that hook. Sometimes what I've done is when I see that hook and I see, this might even be news, I'm not sure. What time is this? Maybe not. But when I see that hook like this, sometimes I catch it right in action. I see price coming here and I see it going back this way. As soon as I see it coming up above this 18, I'm watching it now. As soon as I see it coming back over this 18, I'm just jumping in right here in the trade. And I'm catching it right here in motion. I mean, I'm not waiting for it to close. I will do that. I do that a lot of times when I'm trying to catch the hook. Okay. Here's another one here. Guys, we're looking at the same currency pair and we're looking at the same session. Asian session, we don't trade. We just wait for price to go one way or the other. Okay, it went 25 pips below the Asian session. Okay, right there. Came into the strike zone, gave us a star, entry signal. We take this trade. Yeah, see it closed here, and you got the entry signal. Pull back here. So sometimes I'll be safe and I'll take it here. Because a lot of times I don't like to take it right at the hand. I don't. Take it here to the 200, 100 pips. Okay, because that's all it is. You're just waiting for momentum. Here we go again. Same thing, people. Asian session. Price came down. We're waking up right here, 2:15 in the morning. And we're waiting. We got a star right at 2:15. We got this move happen here. It pulled back right here. And this is where I want to get in at right here. I'm always still careful because it's on top of these royalty lines. It might pull back like just like it's doing here. It's kind of like pulling back a little bit. See how it's wicking off these lines here. And once you get past that, it just take off. So honestly, for me, I'll take the trade here at the close of this candle. Stop loss down here. That's a big stop loss, ain't it? But check this out. 200 pips. 50 pip stop loss, 200 pip take profit. Can't beat that. Let's look at one more. Let's look at London now. Let's look at London. I mean, New York, sorry. No, I don't. But I'm willing to try that in the future. She kind of asked, do I have channels? I do have channels, like a channels indicator. But I haven't used it with this. I used it with like an older system, like the triple arrow system. I use it. But see, the thing about just the reason I don't use the channel is just kind of like the same reason I don't really use the trend lines as much. You can still use them as like a take profit area or something like that. But like channels, that stuff will repaint after a while, unless you're looking at it from a like a higher time frame standpoint. They stick. They don't move. But like if you're trying to use channels like on a 5-minute or 15-minute, they may move a little bit more often. What does not move is these royalty lines. They stick. All right, so let's look at London session. We'll look at one pair and then we'll be done. But like I said, I'm open to try it. So for the, where did it go? For the New York session, we're looking at EU is going to be one. GU is going to be another. Let me read it off to you. New York session, you're going to trade Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, USD Chef, odd USD, NZD USD, USD CAD, and gold. So let's look at one. We can look at, which one y'all want to look at? You want to look at NZD USD? Now, don't get it twisted now. Now, some of these pairs do play out really good during the London session. Don't get it twisted. Like that one did right there. That was massive. But we're looking for the star and the entry signal. That was sloppy there. What is some news? Yeah, NFP. Yeah. So I want to say one thing about NFP is you do not want to trade on NFP, non-farm payroll. You don't want to trade that on that's the first Fridays of every month. The first Fridays of every month. Hold on, yeah. Some people don't even trade NFP week. But here's a good trade here. We're just looking at some stuff here. This is kind of consolidated here. If we would have gotten this one, it probably would have, yeah, I'm looking at it here. And it really didn't give us a good spot to enter. I mean, even if you entered here, remember that next candle would have came back on you. So I'm looking at a full body. Sometimes I look for a full body candle. If I would have got in here, in my entry signal here, yeah, it would have been a 15 pip stop loss. So I would have lost on that one. But even when you look back, you can tell. Like, look at this here. It just kind of looks sloppy here. It's not really giving us anything. Here it did. It was the end of the day. Sometimes a lot of times you'll see like a spot to enter like around 1:30, 2 o'clock. In this case, this is probably right at, I don't know, 3:45 or something. When you got this entry signal. Okay, and it did what it needed. Even right here, I didn't see this. So remember, I don't take the trade. I don't enter on the counter where the hand gesture is. I enter on the next counter that's bullish. So I didn't enter here. I didn't enter here, but I entered here. Take profit one. And that's it. Should take profit area. Okay. Let's look for another New York setup. Starting the entry signal is what we're looking for. See if we would have, yeah, I want to, yeah, that's a tough one right there. That's New York. So we're looking at, that's London. We're looking at New York only. That wasn't a good setup. Okay, this played out during the London session. This is New York. I didn't take the trade here. I'll take the trade here or here. Take profit areas where? Right here. 77 pips. Let's look at one more currency pair and we'll be done, guys. We'll be done. And yeah, what I'm looking at here is this list. It shows a list of the pairs you want to trade during New York. NZD, as we see, NZD USD is just not so great. That's not a pair that everybody trade. It's just one I just kind of chose. That's out from the list. Stop loss can be here. Don't put your stop loss like right above the 18. Just kind of put it like maybe 5 to 10 pips above the 18 EMA, or you can just put it right here above the hand gesture. Remember, we don't put the stop loss here anymore. We don't do that no more. All right. Again, I recommend people go 15, 20 pips, 15 to 25 pips, or to the next royalty line. So that gave us 30. So the next royalty line, so you would have been in this trade here. Okay, you didn't hit the royalty line here. Remember, when you hold them a long time, so much can happen. So pull back up here. Went about 30 pips against you. Your stop loss would have got hit if your stop loss was here. Or, you know, you always move when you go in profit, always move your stop loss above your entry. That way you go out in profit. So if you held this, let's say you just didn't want to take the 15 to 25 pips, and you just say, I just want to hold it just straight up to the next royalty line. Okay, you would have got that pull back here. If your stop wouldn't have got hit, would have came back down here and boom, you out the trade right here with 48 pips. If you want to go to the next royalty line after that, say you got a couple of trades running, you let that one hit, let the other one keep running. Next take profit is at the next royalty line. Okay. If you keep running, the next take profit is at the next royalty line. And so on, right? The next royalty line here. So it gets kind of deep. All right, so one more currency pair. What y'all want to look at? It can be any currency pair at this point. It can be EuroCAD, Euro NZD. It can be anything. Speaking of Euro NZD, I want to show y'all something with Euro NZD. But I want y'all to choose a pair real quick, and we'll take a look at that.
ECAD.
EuroCAD. Okay, got you. All right. Friday, look what happened. What time do we wake up? Well, this is EuroCAD, but I mean, if you up, feel free to look at another pair, but focus on the GBPs. Them the ones that's moving. All right, focus on those. If you want to look over at another one while you're looking at that one, that's totally up to you. I'm telling y'all what to focus on. Here's the strike zone. Okay, we're waking up at what time? 2:15. When we wake up and we look, and we're like, oh, we got the something happening right here. So we take the trade to the here. So we take the trade right here. We're gonna do what? 15 and 5. Since we don't see no other area. Of course, you see the stop hunt box right there. It's crazy. So we can take it to the top of this stop like to boom, 25 pips. Okay, it is go back close here. Did this here, and then this right here. Now, if you take it here, but I'll take it here, and I take it up to next now for 2 pips. So with this here, you can look at it in either session. You really can. I mean, the crossover session is a beast. You'll take that trade right here. You can take it to here, 25 pips, or you can take it to here. Stop loss again is, you can put it above these EMAs here or above this hand gesture. We can create our own list for New York. But as far as the London session, you can create your own list if you back test. As far as with these other pairs that we didn't discuss, that wasn't on the list, you can create your own list. But I know for a fact that even when we went over, the GBPs move during the London session. They do. Right? But then again, you will see some other pairs that move during London session. So you can definitely mark that out. So the time we're going to wake up, right here, we're just waiting. 2:15. 2:30. Boom, right here. So we see we right on top of that royalty line. It could pull back there, which it did. Stop loss down here. Let's say you got a trade right here. It's cool. I mean, your stop loss is still here. It didn't get hit. But look what price did. Maybe over 50, maybe you're at 60 pips, right? All right, let's look at this last piece here. Okay, right here, the strike zone. Came up into the stop hunt box is where you'll see most of the reversals. $10 o'clock, we wake up right here at 2:15 Central Standard Time. We just wait. We already see the star appeared, so we just waiting for the entry signal, which was right here at 2:15. Okay, we don't take it right at the, you see why I don't take it right here? Did they gap? You see why I don't take it right here? So something happened here, like it jumped. Okay, so I'm still waiting, and boom, this is what happens. Not only did it cross the 18, it crossed the 200 as well. We're taking the trade here. You can take it here if you like, okay? But you remember where your stop loss go. So let's say we took it here to the next take profit area, 113 pips. We could have just got our 15 and 25 and got out. And just like I tell everybody else, anytime you see the EMA's cross, game over. Game over. But it has to happen right after you get the entry signals. You probably won't see this crossover really until maybe, because EMAs, they do lag. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not like everybody, these other people who have these systems that don't tell you the straight up truth. Indicators will lag. These EMAs lag, okay? They lag. So you won't see that crossover until maybe down here. You see that it crossed over here. You think you would see it here, but you won't. It just looked like that. In real time, you won't see that crossover to maybe like down here. Maybe down here. Okay. So I'm going to show you a different example of the crossover so I can tell you how you would enter. Matter of fact, let's move over to Euro NZD because I want to show you how that anyways before we get off of here. Okay. Check this out. Matter of fact, let's not even, oh, that's Euro NOK. I'm sorry. That played out good too. The Norwegian krone. Look at this, y'all. What we talking about? We missing setups. Come on now. I want to go back to a couple of weeks ago. I want to show y'all something. It was a Thursday. I want to say it was either the 27th or the 20th. So let's look at the 27th first. Let's keep going. So I want to show y'all this setup that happened. I think this was it here. Is this it? Look at this. Now look at how many pips this is right here, guys. I don't see, whoever caught this right here made some bank, okay? 1,485 pips. Now we took it. Like I say, sometimes, guys, you will see the entry right up out of the Asian box, right? You will see that happen. If we took it right here, okay? We could have made 1,312 pips. Massive moves with Euro NZD. It moves like a GBP as far as pips. It's volatile. Let's say that. Does anybody know a guy named Abba? ABBAH. I noticed, because I be asleep. He was in the main group. I be asleep. The young guy, I'm really, really cool with him. But yeah, so I was talking to him a long time ago. Actually, I talked to him a couple times. If you look, if you guys waking up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock, you see he posts the same trade all the time, the same pair. It's either it's a GBP, GJ, or GN, or GA, or something like that. You might even see my boy Mike do the same thing. So I looked at the royalty. I said, okay, let me go back. Let me play around with the GBP currencies And let me add on the market maker. This is market maker type indicators. These boxes are market maker indicators. Okay, I don't know if you guys know about the market maker method. Okay, so that's why we include these and we train it like this. So you guys can be real specific. And then these EMAs is just some EMAs I came up with to play around with the royalty, right? So when you put everything together, it's fire. Okay, London session is fire. I mean, look at this stuff here. Stuff like this. So this is what I do. I play the 18 to the 200. I don't never take the 200 to the 18 as a take profit. 18 is never going to be a take profit area. The best trades are taken from the 18 EMA to the 200. Unless you see them close together like this, then that's fine. Or if you look at it, take a look real quick. Do you really see? Do you see the big moves happening when the star is above or below the 18 EMA? You don't really see like great setups coming from the 200 to the 18. Just look. See that? Entry signals at the 18. Boom. We play these royalty signals from the 18. Another move, 18 to 200. 18 to the 200. See there? And that's the crossover. So the crossover is gonna look like this, y'all. When you see the crossover like this, all right, you won't see this crossover to probably like right here. Okay, you're not gonna always see it at the pullback like this. You'll see it real good, like right here. So there's momentum. So you can take that trade right there sometimes after the crossover and boom. Take it down here. I hope y'all understand everything. I hope I make myself clear. I want y'all to try this next week. Go over some of these setups, see what you find. See what you find. So that's pretty much all I got. Any questions? All right, cool. Thank y'all for being on, and you have a great rest of your day. And I'm sending this out right now. I'm sending the actual indicators along with the serial number, and you can go from there and get it installed. So I'm sending it out one by one.
Excellent. Thank you.
For a minute to 10. Hey, Salmon, hit me up on Telegram and then we can further discuss this. Salmon. Hopefully I said your name right. All right. Well, talk to y'all later, man. Y'all have a good evening. Peace.